Right then, guys, welcome back. And today we've got Alistair on the chair, Ali. So, as you can see, this is how he used to wear his haircut, but now we're changing it all up. So, you're gonna have a simple little burst fade around the ear, and he's gonna grow it out for a mullet. Not grow it out, we're gonna cut it into a mullet, but not a usual typical style for myself, as in terms of shape, because normally I cut it nice and square, but Alistair wants it nice and wide through here, so almost like an undercut. So this is why it's nice and different from me, and then you're going to learn something new of how I actually teach as well. So we're going to start with creating the shape around the ear, put my baseline in, and then we're going to cut the top to match that in, make sure all the length is nice and heavy, nice and weighted, and then we're going to fade the sides. Okay? So I'm going to put my baseline guide in, and I come around like this, and I scoop all of the rest up and out of the way. Can use clips if you like to, but because Alice's hair is nice and long, it's just going to naturally stay out of the way. And then here, we're going to put our fingers tight to the head, creating it here. Literally creating our guide, so when it comes to the fade in, it's going to go straight up and through with a number 2.5, while 2 open. Using my Matakis, Assassins, 5.5s, brand spanking new, out the box. So, cut through. They are sharp. Oh. I'm going to follow that shape right the way around the back of the ear. There you go. Everything else above it is the top. This is going to be cut off later. Right, so now, because Alistair wants it different to how I would normally cut it, so that means I'm going to educate it completely different as well. So I'm going to create layers here, which is extending the weight. So technically, we're still going to be creating a quite square shape. There's going to be more weight through here. So I'm just going to create another section like I just have, bring it completely around. Also, he wants lots of length at the bottom as well. So as you see the mullet, the shag mullet at the bottom here, that's going to still be there. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to pull down on this, so there's going to be 0 elevation, and it's going to come to below my baseline. So my baseline is here, I'm going to cut it here, so it's going to be a direct undercut by using 0 elevation. And then as I bring it around, I'm going to simply be still using 0 elevation, and I'm going to simply edging it out away at the bottom. So how the shape of this is going to look like this. So it's going to be very triangular, but I'm using 2 different parts of the head. I'm using the front top and the back bottom. So I'm going to connect it all the way through, but remembering about my shape all the way through. So I'm going to start. Finding my base, which is there, I'm going to bring it down. So remembering, so the base is behind my fingers. I'm going to be cutting it here. And I'm going to be connecting it to the next part with my guide, which is there. But now I'm going to be 0 elevation again. But remembering it's below the baseline, behind the ear as well. Now I'm passing the baseline and start angling out towards more towards my stomach rather than towards his head. Finding a guide, and as you can see just from there, my fingers are further, so it's 45, but my knuckles are away. I'm losing the guide. Here we go. Like so. Whereas instead of keeping the flick on the bottom. And we're going to do this again. And we're literally, obviously making sure you go back through, grabbing and cutting off any excess that you missed. Remembering you are human, you do make errors. Same again, so another finger depth in, right way around, following the shape that you just created. Zero elevation again. To exactly where you just cut. Obviously, whatever's the fringe, whatever is a part of the fringe, you just disconnect, push it forward. This is going to create weight on the sides. But your guide underneath, you can clearly see that. You just go through. Same again, guide. Same again, guide. Again. One more time. We're going to do exactly the same thing. So what you're going to be left with, so this is like doing a reverse center profile. So what I mean by that is when I pick up the top now to go and cut through the middle, normally I'd be connecting the left and the right to the middle, right? But now I'm going to be connecting the left to the right to the middle, but the middle is going to be the longest part. So whereas the center profile lines, normally you have long bit, short bit. No. Yes. Yeah. Long bit, short bit, and then you connect through the sides. But now we're going to have the reverse. So we're going to have short bit, long bit in the middle through the center profile line zone. Okay. Same again. Disconnect the fringe. And we're just going to match this in. Zero elevation again. Guide. Guide. Okay, and this should be getting a lot less towards it, yeah. It's a lot less towards the bottom. Cut off. So keeping the flick longer towards the bottom, towards the center as well. So the flick's coming through here. Flush. Last time, now we'll repeat exactly that on the other side. Alright guys, I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to put a center profile line in. Just because I want to make sure that the guide I've got coming through the middle, yeah, it's fine. Just to make sure that the guide that's coming through the middle is exactly how I want it to look, because it's new to Alistair, so I want it to feel amazing. I want it to be perfect for him, as I do with every haircut. But this way is just more precise and a lot easier for me moving forward. So the shape I'm going to create is square, round, straight down. So what that is creating is going to have more length towards the front, a bit shorter through the middle towards the top of the head, obviously because of the shape of his head. And then as we come around and I go straight down, it's going to make more length towards the bottom. Why? Because obviously when it comes round here, your head shape changes from there to there. So the head shape is in more the neck, what is at the occipital bone. So when you get to there, here, it's going to be the shortest point, and this is going to be the longest point. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. No, it's okay. So, as always, either side of the nostrils, or right the way back. Oh shit, I need clips. So as you can see, there's one done. Straight back. We're going to start from the front, black. Not taking too much off, as I want to leave a bit more length just in case Alistair doesn't like the style. At least then he hasn't got that much longer to grow it back. So I'm going to keep it here. Yeah, because he's had a perm, it's going to be very reactive. So that means if you cut too much off, it's going to be even shorter. That's what reactive means. So when you come up, yeah, I'm going to leave quite a bit, right? Okay. So I'm going to cut this square. Watch my hands. The square means level, so flat. Why am I cutting it flat? Because it's going to be naturally longer here than what it is here, because of the shape of most people's heads. And now I'm going to start, as it's coming to the crown area, on the back of the head, start dropping it. As you come to the crown area, you come to the occipital area, spin you. And now I'm going to come straight down, finding my guide. My previous cut is there, straight, 90 degrees. Boom, 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 boom. And then same again. Angling out. I'm going to angle out a little bit because of he's going to want a bit more length. Just remember, he was going to want a bit more length at the bottom to flick out. So angling out. So kind of like 30 degrees. Repeating that all the way down. And now I'm going to cut this as I normally do. Straight across. Right on the right hand side and then on the left hand side. We are going to lift it up like so. And we're going to try and get as much of the right hand side in as possible. Like so. I'm just going to cut it square. There we go. And cut it square. It doesn't matter if it's a bit dropping off from the previous cuts on the sides, because he's going to want it disconnected anyway, like he said. Pulling back, pulling up. Guide, guide. And I should naturally be rounding here because of the cuts. And we're just going to match it through here. You're going to have your guides either side. Like so, 1, 2. Take it off. So make sure that the bottom's level. Going to connect. You can get it, bro, if you want to get it. It's fine. No stress. Like, no, it's not. I'm glad you clocked that then. Yeah. Yeah. So there we have it. I cut it. He's having a cut so he can literally wear it both if he wants to. If he wants to wear it backwards, he can wear it backwards, but it's cut to go forward and messy and more of a triangular shape rather than a square shape on the sides. But that is exactly how the picture that Alistair showed me looks like. Exactly like that. Obviously with a shaped side. You don't need to watch me do the other side, it's exactly the same. I can see you going short next.
All the way?
Yeah. No, not like we said earlier, but just like a proper mullet.
All right.
Yeah. Recording? Yeah, it's on, yeah. Right, so, as we've done just now, created the baseline. We are, oh shit, my clips. literally just gonna pin this up out of the way, and we are literally gonna undercut it. So we're gonna take a 2.5 to open, straight up and through that. Use the gammas, these are absolute beasts. Although they are going dead. And as you can see, coming around, leaving all these bits back into the hair, closing it. So we have done my 2 open, 2 closed, or 0. Just flicking, dead. I've done my 0, done the baseline. Zero again, just make sure they're going dead. Fully open. Half closed. One more click closed. Fully closed. And we're going to grab the number 1. We're actually going to tilt the client's head, and we're going to flick up and through that. Open. Closed. And then we're going to get the 0.5 guard. Open and close. Half closed. One more click closed and fully closed. Now just refine as and where you need. And that's that. Sit there for a minute, have a look. And that is that, guys. I'll fade the beard in now as well whilst it's there, so you can see me do the full thing on this side. Obviously, I'll shape it up at the same time, so I'll just fade here, line up, line up. You're going to keep a beard growing like you were, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've lit, yeah, like last time?
Like, as long as you can.
Yeah.
And further diagonal.
Yeah, so obviously Alice is growing it here, and I'm going to fade it in here and take all the stragglers off, if he stops chewing. So 0.5 just in the gut of my teeth, pointing in like this, picking it up and through, up and through, half closed, above it, so 0.5, half closed, and then so on and so forth. Because it's only a 0 above, it's not too hard to blend that into that 0. I'm going to use one, open, yeah, one open, and just go through the motions exactly the same as I did just now with my 0.5, with my open blade and bare blade. Back off again, and then nibble through the darker patches. Now using the clip of a comb, just going to match that in. Any bits, as long as you're angling off the face, I'm going like that. Going in, scoop and pulling the base away. So that kind of movement. And anything that comes through, just take off. Now I'm going to use detailers, gammas, shape them up. And I'll use these to take off the stragglers as well, and a bit of scissors. So around the ear. Creating a nice square at the back. Still on? Now I'm just going to put a nice C in here. Right way around. Moustache. Put your comb in and angle out. Under here, I'm going to go in, for a nice shape in. And now, because I've got rid of all of the unwanted hair at the bottom, underneath, you can go into the scissors and take off all the edges, all the stragglers. Oh, make sure you close the scissors all the way, otherwise you're going to pull the hair like I just did. And then like change the angle of your head as well, because then if you see any ones poking out, just take them off. And just like that. That is Alice's mullet. I will show you the. I'll be able to style it now. I'm going to do the other side, and I'll do it all for you. Not gonna. Right. So now we have done fade the beard, both sides, and undercut it. I'm going to show you how to style it. So we're going to scrunch it from the top using our hands with a diffuser, and the same with the nape, pulling it forward and through, and scrunching it all the way through. Okay, but using the diffuser as well. Obviously, I have put product in. I wet it and I've put some. I can't remember what I put in. I don't know, fiber. So just some fiber, just to really lock in those curls. We're trying to reduce the fizz as well. So I haven't gone for something that's too matte, but I have gone for something that locks the curls in. You going to do it forward or back? Forward or back? Or a bit of both? How he wears it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck us up. No, not so much now. You know, because I should have washed it really. You know, because of how you've worn it so back, your hair's pulling back.
Oh, really?
So I should have washed it properly. But just as the curl is kind of there. Definitely looks more like a mullet. Wild at the moment. It's really wild. It went like that then.
That's how it's been going.
Yeah, it went full dome, man. So I just wet it down a bit more. So I think your best bet is, right, guys, learn some, is that on?
Yeah.
I learned something there. So, and you did. So now that I've dried it and it went too puffy, too volumized, just wet it back down. If the hairstyle you're going for ever does that and it's too volumized, just wet it back down. That's all you gotta do. Not soak it, because if you soak it, then it will lose the shape completely. But as you can see, that's the shape that we've gone for. The picture, the difference is the picture that he's shown me, the bloke has natural curly hair. So, and this is permed. So obviously it depends on how you perm, when you perm the hair, obviously you have to go in certain directions, right? But perm's very, very good. I just hope that it lasts a bit longer so we can actually get the right, so you can manipulate it into how you actually want to wear it, do you know what I mean? Because of how much it's been trained to go back, it naturally wants to go back as well. So I paused it, and he's gonna check it and everything. There's no mirrors here, unless he goes to the toilet. So he's gonna check it, and he loves it. So the beard, oh, bada bing, bada boom. There we are, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, peace, love. See you again. Bye.